Hi, Nэнsi Showalter here, Law of Attraction Life Coach, and these are your magical minutes for an awesome week. Probably most of you have heard one of Mahatma Gandhi's most famous quotes, "Become the change you wish to see in the world." I think it was actually "Become the change you wish to see in your world." And there's a great story in Gandhi's life that illustrates how he not only said these words, but he believed these words and lived these words. So there's this story of a woman who was a friend or an acquaintance of the Gandhi family, and she lived many hours away, but she wanted to sit at the master's feet and ask a request of him. So she brings her son. She travels 5 hours, long, grueling trip, finally gets in to see Gandhi, sits with him, and says, "Master, please tell my son not to eat sugar." And Gandhi paused for a moment, and he turned to her and he said, "Come back in 2 weeks and bring your son." Well, the woman was not very happy, but she had no choice. So she goes home, long, grueling trip again. 2 weeks later, she comes back, long trip again, sits at the feet of the master, and says, "Please tell my son not to eat sugar." Gandhi turned to the boy and he said, "Do not eat sugar." And the woman was just livid. She said, "Why couldn't you have said that 2 weeks ago? Why did you make me travel back and forth all these hours under difficult circumstances?" And Gandhi said, 2 weeks ago, I was still eating sugar. And for my words to have any power in my words, I have to become the words that I speak. A beautiful example of one in total integrity with what he says and what he does. So, each of us truly must become the change that we want to see in our world. So in other words, take for instance, are you in a tumultuous relationship with your spouse or your children or at work, or even irritating behaviors on the part of that people, and then in turn react and you yourself become irritated or angry or whatever, to whatever degree? So it's very difficult to ask someone else to be peaceful, compassionate, and loving if we are not peaceful, compassionate, and loving. And that means in all circumstances. It doesn't mean only when we're being treated nicely. It means always to be in integrity with our true highest potential of ourselves. And if we want peace, we need to be peaceful. If we want peace in our relationship, our family, our community, our world, we first have to be peaceful. And just think, if everybody did that, if everybody took responsibility and was peaceful in their own world, then we'd have peace in the world. So it does begin with us. And we really do need to become that which we want to see in the world around us and in our own world and what we manifest. So remember to keep your attention at the very highest of what you want to manifest in your life. And that means feeling, seeing, thinking the thoughts that are at that vibrational level, because we are vibrational beings. And what we put out to the universe comes back to us. Have a great week. I'll see you next week. Be happy, be healthy, be whole.